My name's Khayriyyah, but my friends call me Kai. I'm from Malaysia, and I joined Famelab at the behest of a very insistent colleague. I think right now, science is unfortunately viewed as this alien thing, and it's not ingrained in a lot of people's culture, but it's so ingrained in who we are. And I think it's our job as scientists and researchers to infect people with why we love science, and the way we do that is by communicating it better. I was inspired for one of my talks when I was watching a movie called Kubo and the Two Strings, and there was a very effective scene where it was a woman. She was on a raft and she was fighting this humongous wave with real determination. And you don't know why, but you're sort of rooting for her to survive. But she gets overcome by the waves and she crashes to the beach. And then you realize that she was actually carrying a backpack that had a baby in it. And I thought that scene was so effective, and I used that emotion, and I put it into my first line of my talk in the semifinal. And I thought that was really amazing, that things that movies and basically, maybe not Hollywood, but movies get right, they really get people to connect. And so I wanted to use that for my talk. I really wanted people to connect emotionally to the content. I mean, if you think about it, a lot of science would actually stir a lot of emotion. It's just we're so caught up in the facts and the details that we forget the real story behind it. And it goes down to even the most basic things like molecules or I don't study physics. I'm more biology, and to me it's quite obvious. Like when you talk about the immune system and that concerted action of, battling against an invader, that's such a human story, and it's happening down at the cellular or tissue level. And yeah, I think that those stories are the ones that need to also come out more often so that people can appreciate all the facts that people are trying to find out about these processes. I didn't know about Famelab until I joined. So I think now that I've been part of it and I know how great it is, I really want other people to be aware and be part of it as well. It's a good reminder that you love what you do. So I sometimes with science, you get a bit of, one step forward, two step backwards kind of thing. But when you're trying to convey the interesting parts about your research, then you remember, this is why I got into it in the first place. Okay, the best thing so far is when you do a really good job, as in you delivered your presentation the way you wanted it, and then people come up to you and say, that was a powerful talk, or I really, really enjoyed it. I got your message, and that's the best. So my title is To Find a Familiar Face.